Welcome back. It is 8:45. Businesses and diversity initiatives across the nation are working to provide equality and inclusion in the workplace. Joining us to discuss what needs to happen to create real change at work is owner and founder of Brown Law Group, Janice Brown. Good morning to you, Janice.
Good morning.
So let's talk about this, because really this idea of equality and inclusion in the workforce has been a topic. We talked recently with the CEO of the Chamber about this issue and what they're doing to have more diversity within gender groups, especially businesses across San Diego. So what specifically are you looking at for workplaces to really meet the expectations of equality and inclusion?
Well, I think that the first thing that I ask employers to do is to have a vision of where they want to go. Because, you know, right now there's a lot of reaction to what's happened socially and sort of the Black Lives Matter movement. And so people really they want to do something, but they don't really know where they want to go. So that's what I tell people first. Like, what is your plan? What do you want to have the world look like? What do you want to have your workplace look like? And most people say, we'd like it to be representative of the client base. We'd like it to be representative of the community. So once I get that and the plan, then we can talk about steps to improve to implement their mission or to improve the diversity within the workplace.
And I'm sure you talk about the benefits of having a more inclusive and diverse workforce. What are some of the highlights that you really try to communicate to businesses that you work with that can benefit them in having a more diverse work group?
Well, since it's business, I start with the bottom line. So I talk about the companies that are the most successful in our country, and they're companies that have embraced the issues with respect to diversity and inclusion. One example that I give people is Netflix. And Netflix is one of the best stocks that people still can buy despite the volatility of the market. And my very good friend, Vernay Myers, is the head of diversity and inclusion at Netflix. And Netflix serves an extremely diverse base of people, all different ethnic groups, women groups, married people, single people, all different kinds of Black, white, Asian, Hispanic, all different kinds of content. And as a result of that broad array, they have a lot of customers. So what I try to tell people, if you want to be connected to your client base, that you should have diversity just to positively impact the bottom line. The other reason I say to companies that they should have it is because it's like learning a different language. It's like learning art or learning music. If you can expand your mind to understand another group of people, you'll be better at understanding yourself and understanding your customers and your employers to make a more harmonious workplace.
Yeah. And I know you hear this a lot, and it's sort of like the other side of the argument, right? When you're sitting there with candidates in front of you, but sometimes you hear this idea of, well, what if I just want the best people? I'm not looking at their gender or their race or how it could work into my office. I just want the person most qualified and who will benefit my bottom line. What do you say to that question when you get that posed to you?
Well, I get that a lot, but here's the reality. So if you have a memo and you believe the memo at the top of the memo is written by somebody named Jamal, which would be predominantly an African-American name, and you have the memo and the memo is Bryce or Sean, people will perceive that memo differently just based upon the name at the top, even if it's the same memo. So the challenge that we have with people is people think that they have the ability to subjectively determine what's best. But what they subjectively do is typically choose somebody like them. So if I say you want to hire the best candidate, it may be the Black candidate. It may be the woman candidate. Sometimes people can't see that because of their own either conscious or unconscious bias. So when people say to me, I want to hire the best, I say, you should hire the best. And the Black guy is the best, or the Black woman is the best, or the Hispanic person is the best. It's just how you see that based upon where you're from.
Really important conversations, Janice. Thank you so much. Appreciate your time this morning, and know you're working a lot to help a lot of these businesses meet that goal there.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. Have a good day.
Thanks,